what happens when empty nesters trade the suburbs for the city. Here in Denver's LoHi neighborhood, this live-work loft blends home, studio, and city skylines into one bold architectural statement.
Becoming empty nesters meant just the two of us going on lots of date nights, working late. And so we thought this neighborhood was great. Lots of fun restaurants we could walk to or go have a drink down this corner, go have a pizza down there. Just living the life of two empty nesters.
Brad, how does the building sit within the urban fabric of the neighborhood?
Well, the site context is super important. We bought a smaller urban lot, so we were able to go taller. It's a mixed-use zone. One thing we really liked about this block was the two-story brick buildings that are around. So we wanted that to influence as we started thinking about design for a relationship to that context.
We didn't want to be the eyesore on the block. We wanted to at least look like our neighbors from a material perspective and still finding a way to do something beautiful and goes more modern with Brad's style.
What influenced this curve on the front?
Well, the curve was actually driven by a site constraint, which is a 45-degree angle from the alley. Part of the curve challenge was understanding the materials that would be assigned to those curved pieces, because not all materials can bend the way we need them to. So Bighorn Metal did a fabulous job with what we call a shark fin profile for the metal, and you can start to see that it kind of juts out and steps back. The curves also help invite people in when they're moving along the wall, and so there's a lot of flow things that happen inside. We love the double height space. We had the height due to zoning because of the mixed use. What it does is it becomes the core of the space. So no matter where you're at in the project, you have this visual communication where you can go from upstairs to downstairs.
That's really a great chandelier.
We love this chandelier. It actually picks up on the grid of the city at 45 degrees and how it transitions to the block we have here.
I love that. And the curve of the wall really helps guide you around.
Well, as we started to work with the curves based on the site triangle we spoke about and the flow coming in, this wall and curve starts to bring you around into the kitchen.
So you really like hosting the public here?
We do First Fridays, which we invite the public in the first Friday of every month. People will come in, they'll meander around, but they always end up at the kitchen as a natural gathering spot with food and drink. We worked with our friends at Thurston Kitchen and Bath to lay out the kitchen. Our goal was simple. We wanted minimal clean cabinetry, which means really tight and clean lines. Check this out.
Now that's clever.
The concept with the stair was to divide this public space from the private space up above. So not only do we want to neck it down, but we like the idea of entering into the wall up high. So we purposely let the stair treads spill out onto the floor of the gathering area. And we had Ray from RD Enterprises help us craft the stair with the steel detailing. Now we're back on that core two-story volume. It helps us with dividing the private space and the public space. One of my favorite pieces is between the stair and this void. We kind of feel almost like a bridge-like structure as we head towards the office.
I see the curve brings us back to where we started.
Right, well, we are actually right above the front entry door, and we have this great picture window that was provided by Weather Shield, installed by Mountain View Window and Door, and it basically puts us back on the 45-degree grid that's aligned with the city. So now we have this wonderful framed view of the city beyond.
You really get a sense of shifting from work to living as you come upstairs. How is this space designed for you, Krista?
Well, transitioning to the empty nester lifestyle from our big house to a more urban city home, we still wanted the comforts of what you get in a large home in the suburbs. So we've got our two-story volume for entertaining. I still get my chef's kitchen. We still get everything we have in our big suburban home in this little space just for us.
I love it. And Brad, how does the geometry of the city connect with the loft?
Well, picking back up on the curve that we saw at the entry in the office down below, we're now reoriented to the grid of the city.
And this beautiful deck.
Well, we had to have an outdoor space, and given this urban lot and how tall it is, we don't really have a backyard. So this becomes our front yard, and it's a front yard to the city, to the street. We get to peek over if we want to see the hustle and bustle of the city. Otherwise, we can kind of sit back and just enjoy the view to the mountains, the south light, and to the city. At night, it's wonderful. The twinkling lights of the city, the hustle and bustle of the car lights. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I tell myself every day I could live here, and I do.